Board members, Mr. Gonzalez, district staff, and public joining us here today. The time is 6:03 p.m. on this, the 8th day of June 2023, and I call the special call meeting of the United Independent School District Board of Trustees to order. May the trustees present please announce their name for the record.
Gilbert Aguilar, present.
Present.
Frank Castillo, present.
And myself, Ramiro Vélez III, present. Let the record show that a quorum of board members is present, that this meeting has been duly called, and the notes of this meeting has been posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act.
Mr. Valdez, real quick, if I may, I spoke to Mr. Montemayor. He's meeting with a private client right now for his law practice, but he will be arriving to the meeting shortly.
Thank you, sir. First time, agenda item 2, pledge allegiance to Texas flag. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I honor the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Public comment, we have public.
Yes, sir, we have 7.
Yes, sir. First, we have Memo Castro. He's not stating what he's speaking on, but it does have to be something on the agenda for our policy.
Good evening, Mr. Castro. Go ahead, sir. You have 3 minutes.
My name is Guillermo Castro Jr. I live in La Bota. My concern is nothing to do with this, but I'm trying to bring the attention to our school. At Muller Elementary, we're having a development of some warehouses that are there, and we're pretty alarmed because of the fact that there's a safety issue.
Understand, sir. Mister, I'm going to stop you right there. So special call meetings are
What is
policy
this?
on public
I
comment.
understand that, sir.
Yes,
But I
sir.
think
I'm going to remind you right now, sir, it has to be specific to an agenda item for today. If you want to do a public comment, we do have our regular scheduled meeting, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the 21st of this month, and you definitely can.
I understand that, sir.
We
And I
also
think
do
this
have
is
the
the
board
most-
workshop as well.
Or the board
Next Tuesday.
next week, sir, we can definitely hear your comments. If it's related to the agenda today, we will listen to your comments right now. If it's not, sir, I'm gonna ask you
Okay.
again.
The reason I was saying that was because I didn't see my other members that come in today, and I was gonna discuss that. Well, I'll move on to what I wanted to speak today. The last time when I spoke to you was about the dignity and the integrity of this board. And now with the FBI coming in today to check on what's going on, now you guys are taking action. I asked you guys to stand up for the integrity and the dignity of this board for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Next, we have Dolores Medrano speaking about this.
Good evening, Ms. Medrano, you have 3 minutes.
Thank you. My name is Dolores Medrano. I'm here as a taxpayer and as a concerned citizen. Why does it take an FBI raid on the school district for this board to take action on an out-of-control board member? Most of the board members that are here, even the one missing, were present when this contract was awarded to this board member. And all kinds of excuses, I was absent, I was sick, I was asleep, I don't know, were made as to how they ignored the fact that this grant or contract was awarded. Bottom line is that they chose to turn a closed eye to the situation. The truth is that they believed Juan Cruz and his attorneys that this was a legal contract. And obviously, if the FBI here, it was not, there's questions about it. And they believed then Robert Santos, who was the one that led the initial contract. And no one protested, no one said, no, this is wrong. No one documented the fact that this was at least an immoral type of contract that was conducted. So here the corruption continues with the appointment of the latest board member that took the place of Mr. Molina. And that was done also in a very shaky way. Why were the constituents not involved in the selection of this board member? Why is this board member also part of the sheriff's department that was also rated? Then that seems like there's something going on with the sheriff department apparently in UISD. My issue is that the constituents need to be involved. We should not be surprised by how this board selects new board members to fill a spot. And I hope that the removal of the controversial board member today comes, if we have to replace that board member, that it's done in a very non-controversial way. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next we have Poncho Castro and Mr. Rodriguez.
Good evening, Mr. Castro, you have 3 minutes.
Good evening. My name is Poncho Castro. I'm a former councilman. I'm here to speak regarding the resolution you all are considering passing this evening to remove Trustee Rick Rodriguez. I think that resolution should also include those members who voted for that illegal contract, including the board member who abstained, because abstaining is the same as voting for the contract. I think it should include that language, to include those members, because that was an illegal contract. And the reason that you're here today, you all brought this fiasco to your doorstep, and the reason the feds raided you all is because a year ago, I went over there, and I don't like going over there. It's like getting on a plane with so much security. And I spent hours with it, because I've been working on 4 public corruption cases. 2 of them concerns you all. But the straw that broke the camel's back was when I got a piece of evidence concerning the sheriff's department, and that proved everything that I was arguing, that I've been writing about for a year. It was an illegal contract. It was a shell company that was created out of the sheriff's department, and it was a conspiracy to defraud the taxpayers, and that's why they raided you all. And it wasn't just me. There's other people that probably were going over there. But this is a serious matter. You all brought this upon yourselves because you voted for an illegal contract. And despite some of your local attorneys coming over here saying that it was an unethical contract perhaps, but not illegal, that's false. And the only reason I didn't sue you all in court is I'm too busy right now trying to file some cases pro se against the county and the city. Because no attorney's gonna take my case. Because everybody lives in fear here of retaliation. But you all brought this upon yourselves, giving a fellow board member a contract, who also happens to be a deputy. You just facilitated the corruption. That's what you did. You made it easy. I mean, it's unbelievable the way they said that company didn't even exist. It was on paper. So that I could have taken you all to court, but instead I went to the feds because I'm too busy doing some other stuff. So I don't really like going over there, spending time with the FBI and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, that's one of the reasons they raided you. So I think what you all need to do is be more transparent. And before I go, I've got one last grievance that I have. What also prompted this is that I've been filing open records requests, and every time I file an open record request, which they're elementary, you're gonna have to give it to me anyway. Because I win all 99% of the cases, I get them. Every time I do that, the legal department here, the legal attorneys, to churn the legal account, it's like a stockbroker trying to sell stock to earn extra commissions. They send a letter to the Texas Attorney General denying me that request. You all should not do that. So I hope that you all are more transparent, because that's what caused this problem. In a nutshell, it's a lack of transparency. So anyway, I just want to thank you all.
Thank you for your comments, Mr. Castro.
Thank you, sir.
Next we have Hilario Cavazos on the same subject.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Castro. You have
Good
3
evening,
minutes.
sir. Good evening, honorable board members. First of all, I want to go on record that I support the superintendent. I've worked with him as a fellow teacher. He's a good fellow. I'm here because I'm very concerned that a trustee, and I was once a trustee at LC, I did 6 years. The first thing they tell you, you don't make money. You're here to serve the children. That's what they told me, Caspi, at the Laredo College level. I am very concerned for his behavior of assaulting a doctor. I have a daughter that's a nurse practitioner and a college professor at Incarnate Ward. That's wrong. You don't strike a physician 3 times on the back. You don't, and it's in the newspaper, it's documented. He also hit his wife. I'm the father of 2 daughters. I don't like that, attacking women. I do not like that. Therefore, in accordance, I'm asking that Ricardo Rodriguez be removed as a board member and let's bring dignity back to the United ISD Board. I am an alumni of United ISD, class of 1980. I am a lifetime educator of 42 years. And to see this happen is very disgraceful. I'm very disturbed, and I'm glad that he's been removed. If they say he retired, in my opinion, he was fired. I just don't like it. I don't. And you cannot award a sitting board member a contract to have free reign. That's what started the domino effect, and that's what led to this ungraceful FBI raid. Thank you and God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Next, we have Edsa Hassel. She's not stating the subject, but, or excuse me, it's on 5A, so it's the same matter.
Good evening, Ms. Hassel, you have 3 minutes.
Good evening. This is my first time here,
Welcome.
as a former parent and currently a grandparent. I'm very disappointed to see how all this was allowed. I don't know what to say to my granddaughter. She just turned 15 and it's like she wasn't born yesterday. She sees all this and she wonders, well, what's going on. All I can say is he needs to be removed. Y nada de que because it's about personal issues, because we all have personal issues. We all do. And then there's certain board members that tend to see us as, because we complain or because we speak up, we're a problem. It's not that we are a problem. We speak up because we see all the inconsistencies and everything that is wrong. And we don't see you all doing anything for our children or grandchildren. There's way too many things that they need, and it's like, I don't know, I'm lost for words. This is way too much, and yes, the trust, unfortunately, you all lost the trust. And by appointing us, I don't agree with that either. It's sad. And the worst part is when you all need a vote, that's the only time we see you all smiling and handshaking and all that, and then when push comes to shove, everybody turns away and says, no, pues, it was him, it was her, or no, I didn't know. That doesn't, like, we weren't born yesterday. I'm sorry, but that's why sometimes people don't vote. Because you all make promises and then the promises are broken like that. So I just hope you all do the right thing for our children and grandchildren, because I don't understand why the United with Children is not being followed. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Next, Mr. Victor Vasquez on the same matter.
Good evening, Mr. Vasquez, you have 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you, sir. My name is Victor Vasquez. I want to talk about the contract. My point is that after the raid, you guys didn't talk to the media, didn't come out and explain what's going on. I know Mr. Montemayor tried to step away from it, but we know he was present the day that it happened. He had the power to take it out of the item. He didn't. What I've been seeing lately is a lot of retaliations going on here. Let me explain. Everybody who wants to speak and say something or make a comment, something happened to that person. And my other point is, like, how you guys evaluate yourself? I see you evaluated the superintendent like 4 or 5 times already this year. So how we evaluate you guys? Give you guys 1, 2, and 3 like everybody else. We asked for a code of conduct. We asked for a drug test. At least Mr. Castillo came forward and submitted. He came negative in case you want to wonder about it. But something has to happen, okay? He cannot keep coming over here We don't know how many contracts that's being issued to other board members that we don't know, because in this case, we didn't know until a year later, that somebody brought it up. So, I feel sad for you, because I know you just got here, and I guess you might regret volunteer for this job. You don't get paid for anything, right? And now being here in this mess, en este mugrero, right? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vasquez.
Thank you, sir.
Our last comment from Mr. Jose Obando on the same matter.
You need to run the 3 minutes, sir.
I told you so. For the record, my name is Jose Obando. I'm a parent of children at the school district, and we have spoken before the board on this matter several times. And I told you this is illegal, it's immoral, it's unethical. And the board defended with, oh no, it's legal. We went to our attorneys, they approved it, it's for board, it's legal. Well, what happened? If it was so legal, what happened? Do you guys have ineffective counsel? Have they failed you? What happened? Are they part of the conspiracy? Because I see this as a conspiracy. Now, let's not kid ourselves. There's not just only one going, there's gonna be more than one. I mean, we know where it's going, right? We understand where it goes, we know where this is gonna go. I have also told you that the way that the last trustee was appointed, it's illegal, it's immoral, it's unethical. You said, oh no, we went through all the terms, it's legal. It's not. The way that you gerrymandered that area to take away the vote of people, you violated the people's right to vote. That's illegal. It's immoral. It's unethical. You said, oh no, it's legal. It's not. Come on, who are we kidding? We know that. But as I said, I know in my heart that in an action like this, there has to be more than one person. And that's what makes it a conspiracy. When there's more than one person doing something wrong. And I know that there's not just one person doing the job. In my personal opinion, it's gonna be more than one. So what I ask from you is that please, when that moment comes, just leave with dignity. We don't need this circus. Just please leave with dignity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wanda.
Thank you, sir.
No further public comments.
Thank you, sir. All right, so with that, we move on to agenda item 4. We'll be going to closed session. Time is currently 6:20 p.m. In accordance with Texas Government Code Section 551.071, 551.074, the board will discuss items 4A. No action will be taken in closed session. Second, approximately 30 minutes.
Yo. Sure.
Need those two people.
You got it.
Bueno, damas y caballeros, así pueden ver cómo comenzó la Junta Especial aquí en United ISD, donde están viendo lo que va a ocurrir ahora con el señor Rick Rodríguez. Como pueden ver los comentarios del público aquí, están muy insatisfechos con las acciones que ocurrieron con estos miembros. Entonces, ahorita van a tardar media hora para ver más acciones antes de que continúe la Junta. Vamos a estar otra vez en vivo cuando regresen. Entonces, hasta ahora, manténganse ahí con nosotros, aquí en Noticias en la Frontera, en YouTube y Facebook, donde seguiremos transmitiendo en vivo. Voy a sacar más imágenes para tener un reporte escrito listos para ustedes lo más pronto posible, ya que veamos lo que pase el día de hoy al final de esta Junta Especial en United ISD. Entonces, hasta entonces, soy Juan Mendoza reportando para Noticias en la Frontera.